Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Carl.
Yep, that's Carl. He's playing on the remote end of this game. What we've done is we've created this game, the Quests of Shadowgate, inside of Tabletop Simulator. This allows for easy play and makes it easier so you guys can see what we're doing and exactly so we don't have to keep cutting back and forth between camera angles and things like that. So we're going to go through the base game of Quests of Shadowgate, and we're going to basically show you how a game is played. We're not going to go over all the rules, but we'll maybe brush over them as we go along, just so maybe if you haven't seen the tutorial videos, we highly suggest you go do that, so you understand the rules of the game and how it's all played. It does a pretty good job explaining all that. So we're just going to go ahead and start playing a game, and like I said, we'll brush over a little bit what we can. And this is how the game is set up. Obviously, we have the adventure cards here. Carl, you have the 5 cards in your hand, right?
I do.
Okay. And then we've got our quest cards here. We're obviously not using the Staff of Ages quest, so it's face down. And I guess I'll go ahead and start. So the first thing I want to do is I want to acquire this weapon right here, the Dwarven Warhammer. So I just need to pay for its cost, which is 2, 2, and 3. My character has 1, 1, and 2, so that is a difference of 1, 1, and 1. So I'm going to go ahead and I have 5 actions, so I'm going to play this card as 1. And I just need to spend my cards as resources to pay for it. So I'm going to pay for it with this weapon right here, the leather sling. That should give me enough resources to pay for it. So I'm going to play right there. And remember, the resources are in yellow and the cost is in purple. So like I said, we just add the resources to my stats and my character, and then basically meet the cost or exceed the cost in order to get it. So all right, so I've played 2 cards, which is 2 actions. Any card you play is basically considered an action. So I'm going to I'd like to get this Wild Black Axe 2, which is a cost of 2, 2, and 5. I'm going to play that, so that's action number 3, and I'll use these cards right here to pay for it, which should give me enough. With basically it's 4 physical, 3 general, and 3 mental on top of my stats. That should be more than enough to pay for it. I'll do that right there. So now comes the draw phase. We've already done the action phase. The draw phase allows me to draw 1 card, and I have to have a minimum hand size of 3. So if I had any more actions, that would basically allow me to draw a card for each action I didn't take. So I'm going to go ahead and draw back up to 3. Again, it's the minimum hand size. And that will end my turn. That will go into the end phase. There are no quest cards missing, so we don't have to replace anything. And it is now Carl's turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to play this relic card.
Oh, it's the save. Nice.
My human archer has 1, 2, 1 already. I'm going to spend this card here.
Okay.
Vent. More than covers some of my resources, but I still need 1 more.
1 more physical, right?
Physical.
Yeah. Oh, that's that.
My cost.
Okay, so that was two actions to play the resources, and then 1 to play the card. So you've got 2 more actions.
And I am not going to use any more of my actions.
Okay.
So I've got 2 leftover actions. I get to draw 3 cards.
Okay, so he draws 3 cards, and that ends his turn. Okay, so I have 2 items out right now. We have a wild card, which I can use as any card type when it comes to defeating quests. And I've got a melee weapon, which shares the base type on my character card. So anytime I am unable to discard this card at any point. There's nothing that can actually make me discard this card. So because it shares one of my base types. So it's kind of nice. So if I look to I have a magic air, like a Breath of Angels. It's like the air magic, the wind magic, I should say. That matches one of my base types too. So if I want to try and get this, it's 1, 3, 2. So then I need 2 general. I just need 2 general, okay, in order to get it. And you'll notice that these 2 cards right here can give me that, but that's all I'll be able to do, because that'll just give me enough general resources in order to get that 1 card, which is fine. I'll do that. So I'll pay 1 resource, another resource, that's 2 actions, and I'll play this card, that's number 3. So that leaves me with 2 actions left over. Add that to the 1 card I draw. That's 3 cards, which is my minimum hand size. And my turn is over. Carl, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to play another card.
Oh, he's got
the Silver Orb.
You've got 2.
Another relic.
Yeah, you've got 2 of the 3 pieces of the Staff of Ages. If this were the standard game, this would be a pretty good hand. Yeah, good thing right now.
So it costs 4, 2, and 1. I already have 1, 2, 1.
So you just need 3 physical.
I need 3 physical.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend this event.
Okay, that gives you 2.
2 physical.
Okay.
This one for 1.
Yep. And I do want to remind everybody that event cards can only be played for their resources in the base game. You can't actually play it for its ability unless you're playing the standard game. So you ignore all text on the event cards. You just play them for resources. Okay.
So that was 3 actions.
Yep, those 3 actions.
And I will just draw my 3 cards.
Yep. And that will end your turn. Okay, so...
And end my turn.
Okay. I'm at a really good point here where if I can look at the different quests, if I can meet the cost, which is the cost in purple, I should be able to complete one of these quests, hopefully. So let's look at how about this one here, Ascend Durin's Fall. Now the cost is 3, 1, 4, and my character stats are 1, 1, and 2. So so we subtract that out, and I need 2 physical and 2 mental. This card right here, the Magic Flame of Couraging, that should actually give me enough to actually defeat that quest. So I'm going to play that to my resources. Put that right there. Okay, and that lets me meet the cost. Now, that gives me 1 victory point. If you just defeat it, you always get 1 point. Now, if I can add any of these other, to gain more victory points, basically, if I can discard any one of these, or any of these, I guess, additions to the cost, then I can bump up how many points I get. So, for instance, I don't have a relic card, but I do have a wild card, which I can use as a relic card. So I'm going to move this down here, and I'll use that for the cost of the relic. Okay, so that will give me 3 points. If I have a magic card, which I do right here, that will give me, I can basically discard that with the axe, and it'll give me 5 points. Now, if I have a weapon card, which I do, the Dwarven Warhammer, that will allow me to gain 8 victory points, which is pretty good right off the bat. So I'm going to go ahead and defeat this. And now I have to pay for any of the cards for the cost. Now remember, I don't have to discard any card that matches my base types, which is basically my magic card and my weapon card. So all I have to get rid of is the axe. Just like that. And that gives me 8 victory points. Okay, so selecting the quest is 1 action. And paying the 1 resource to defeat it was my 2nd action. Okay, and so that took 2 actions, and I wonder if I can defeat any other ones. Um, ooh, I could. I could defeat this one for 1 extra victory point. Okay, so it's 2 actions. Selecting it as the 3rd, 4th, and 5th will give me enough resources to defeat this one right here, which will give me 1 extra victory point. So that moves me up to 9. And that will end my turn. I will draw back up to 3 cards. That's the minimum hand size. And Carl, it is your turn. Good luck, man.
All right.
Oh, sorry, my end turn. We've got to we get to replace the quest cards. Ooh, that opened up a couple extra new ones. Ooh, we've got an orb one. That one would be a good one for you. Oh, you've got 2 stave ones. All right, man. You can do this. Go for it.
All right. So I can actually complete Koala Shadows
Okay. Koala
like I originally intended.
2, 4, and 3.
2, 4, and 3. I have 1, 2, 1.
So you need 1, 2, 2, right, to defeat it.
My character's 1. That should be enough.
Okay, so you played 2 resource cards.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 2 actions, and selecting the quest is the 3rd action. So, okay, and you're going to pay with the stave, so that'll give you 3 victory points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very
That was 3 actions, and I am going to end my turn there.
Okay, I'll replace the quest card at the end phase, and that opens up the doors of the deep. Okay. So then it would be my turn. Again, 5 actions. Let's see if there's anything I can get here. This one's cost 2, 2, and 2. That's not bad. So I just need one physical, 1 general. Ha! All my cards cost 2, 2, and 2. That's funny. Oh, and it doesn't cost me any actions to play any of them. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a first time. Okay, so if I want this card, which I do. So that's 2, 2, and 2. I just need to discard 1 other card. Yeah, I'll get rid of this one. I don't need this one. Okay, neither of those cost me any actions, so I'm still at 5 actions. That's pretty cool. And well, let's see. What can I do? Anything here? Oh, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do as one of my actions. I'm going to cycle the quest cards. Cycling the quest cards takes all 4 quest cards that are showing, and I get to replace them from the stack. Alright, let's see what we got. So, Thorn, melee. 4, 2, and 2. That would be a nice one. Oh, I don't have enough resources to beat that one though. 2, 2, and 4. I think I'm going to actually just end my turn. That'll give me one card to draw, and then I've got 4 actions left over, so I'll take 4 more cards. And I am at 6 cards, which is the maximum hand size. If I had any more, so if I didn't cycle those quest cards, that would have put me at 7 cards, and I would have to discard 1. And that will end my turn. Carl, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to complete another quest.
Oh boy. Oh, the cross the threshold?
Mm-hmm.
4, 2, and 3.
So I've got 1 physical, 2 general, and 1 mental already.
So you'll need
And it costs 4, 2, 3.
So you'll need 4.
So I'd need 3
0, 2. Yeah,
physical.
Sorry. 3, 0, 2. That's right.
And 2 mental.
Yep.
So I'm going to spend the magic card.
Okay.
2 physical I need. in this event to give me my 3 physical total that I need and 2 mental.
Yep. So that was 2 actions.
Cash in my orb.
And then selecting that will be your third action. Okay, so you gain another 3 victory points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're at 6. Closing in behind me. So you draw 3 cards. Yep.
There you go. And we'll replace the...
Oh, so in order to replace it, you have to flip the deck over, shuffle it, and start up a new quest deck. There you go. Which has all new quests on the opposite side. So, okay, so it's my turn. Let's see what we can acquire here. We've got... Ooh, that would be a nice one. To get a relic in there, that'd be good. 1, 1, 2. So I would need 2 physical. Well, I don't need this card, so I'm going to play 1 action. This will let me get this, so that's 2 actions. 5, 2, and 2. So I need 4 and 1. Okay. I'm going to play the wild card, so I'm just going to get rid of... this one doesn't require an action to play, so I'm still left with 3 actions. This one doesn't require an action to play, so I'm still left with 3 actions. I'll play that. That puts me at 2 actions left. And I will go ahead and end my turn. Yeah, I'll end my turn. I'll just draw 2 cards. Okay, and it's Carl's turn.
And that was because they shared your base types with your character?
What's that?
That they didn't cost actions?
No. It says it on the bottom of the, or in the, like the text of the card. It says no action required to play.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, always be looking for that. That makes so you can do more actions, obviously, during your turn, and allows for extra drawing extra cards at the end too. So, all right.
So I'm going back to my plan I had last time. Play this weapon, Iron Buckler. 2 mental to do it. Have this event card for the remaining cost. And that actually shares a base type with my character. That's 2 actions. Let's see. I got 3 actions left. I'm gonna spend this.
Okay.
This.
That halberd. Okay. Man, it gives you a lot of oh yeah, for the physical. Okay.
So that cost 4, 1, 3. And I needed 3, 1, 2.
Okay, and that should be all your actions.
So I'll draw 3 cards.
Okay. And then it comes back to my turn. Okay, so we've got some quests on the board we can probably start knocking off here. Ooh, Pagan's Mistress. Nice. Cost 2, 2, and 4, which is basically double my stats, so I need 1, 1, and 2. Let's pay for this, because this costs me nothing. 1, 1, and 2, so that there's no action required to play that. So that will allow me to defeat this quest right here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pay the relic, the weapon, and magic. So I'll pay the relic. And then the weapon and the magic I can pay, but I can keep those because those are my base type. So that gives me another 8 points. I'm up to 17, Carl. Okay, and that goes away.
Looks good.
Yep. So I played, what was it? It cost me 1 action to select the quest, and that's all I've spent so far. Actually, I wonder if I can beat a second one.
I think you need to use a resource as an action to pay.
Yeah, yes. But the one I had right here required no action to play. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So if I wanted to defeat this one, 4, 2, and 2, I would need 3 and 1. If I spent both of those, I could do that. I'm going to do that. So I just need 3 and 1. This one requires no action to play. Selecting the quest does cost me an action. So 1, 2. I spent 2 actions so far, and this one will be a third. Okay, and can I... Okay, I've got the melee, and I've got a magic. So that gives me 5 extra points. That can give me 5 extra points. So we'll get rid of this. And the magic is the Breath of Angels, and the melee is the Dwarven Hammer. So add 5 to 22. I'm 3 points away from possibly ending this game. Oh, you know what? No, I forgot I had this wild card out. I'm going to pay that as a relic. Boom. That will give me 3 extra points, Carl.
Right there.
So it looks like this will probably end the game. Now, I have officially initiated the ending, like the final round of the game. Carl has his last turn, and he has to be able to defeat. He has to be able to basically get enough victory points past 25. I don't think you're going to be able to do that, Carl.
No.
No. So I guess we can go ahead and end it here, but you can kind of see how the base game plays. The only objective in the base game is to get to 25 victory points to initiate the final round. Like I said, then all the other players who are left over have one final round to try and beat that score. Because obviously if I had gotten it down to 22 and then gotten an extra 8 points, that could have put me at 30. And then they would have had to try and stop me at 30, which would have been really hard to do. So that was a pretty quick game. But what we're going to do next is show you how to play the standard game. And hopefully Carl will be able to fare a little bit better than that one. What do you say, Carl?
We'll see.
Okay. All right. With that, we'll see you in the next one.